This video is all about masculine and feminine. One of my favorite topics, and why I want to talk about this is because this concept has overall gone to the West. Right now on social media there's a lot of masculine feminine going on, and because of those concepts which are not even true, उस वजह से लोग अपनी लाइफ में डिसीजंस ले रहे हैं. They are self pitying, they are being guilty about themselves, or judging the partner wrong, judging the other people wrong, and judging themselves also very wrong, and that is also creating a lot of mental tension in their lives. Now, one thing I want to make very clear is that this is not from a religious perspective, this is just from a dharma perspective. So, masculine and feminine is a concept which goes way back in Sanatana Dharma, and way back I mean way back, like since the start of it. Because Shiva and Shakti are the cause of everything that we see. The concept that I want to make you understand is what exactly is masculine and feminine, what is wrong, what is right, and also I'll touch upon few points from Lalita Sahasranama, which makes it even more interesting to understand. Alright, so we have two basic natures, masculine and feminine. One is said to be, जो गलत है, which is wrong and which is wrongly interpreted, is masculine is the man and feminine is the woman as gender. Masculine and feminine, first of all, are not genders. If I say that I'm a man and I'm masculine only, that's wrong. If there's a woman and if she's feminine completely, that's also wrong. What is there to understand then? Masculine or feminine actually एक nature है, right? Now, if we go back to our books, if we go back to yoga, if we go back to Sanatana Dharma, what is the basic understanding is जितना भी हम feel कर पाते हैं body में, whatever we are able to see, this prakriti, this nature, our bodies, whatever we feel, whatever we say, whatever we think, whatever we can desire, whatever we love, whatever we drink, we eat, we process, all of this, everything is feminine in nature. Everything is flowing. Like feminine को generally ऐसे represent किया जाता है, flowing creative energy, soft होती है बहुत, very gentle, जबकि ऐसा नहीं है, because ये concept से बहुत गलत हो गए. पहले मैं आपको बताता हूँ feminine nature है क्या. So feminine, everything which is creative. So everything that you see in this world is manifestation. Now everything, just to be clear, everything that you see right now is not possible without masculine or feminine. ना तो ये पूरी तरह से feminine हो सकता है, ना तो ये पूरी तरह से masculine हो सकता है. कहने का मतलब ये है कि दोनों चीजें हर जगह हैं. Even in this stone, even in this flower, this leaf, this air, the things that we are seeing. इधर a dog here, everything is masculine and feminine. But the concept to understand is that it has nothing to do with gender, right? पहले समझते हैं feminine क्या है, because feminine major है. Everything that we see, hear, speak, feel, desire, create, everything is feminine. In fact, in a man's body, the energy that we have, which lies in our Mooladhar, the Kundalini energy, which is a dormant energy lying in our Mooladhar, is also feminine energy, because everything that flows, our breath, everything that is cyclical, this everything is feminine. So whatever we literally, feminine is manifested everywhere. So now, where is the masculine? उस पे आते हैं थोड़ी देर में. तो जैसे शिव और शक्ति का कॉन्सेप्ट है, वैसे ही आप देखोगे हर जगह डुअलिटी भी है, हर जगह ऐसा ही मैस्कुलिन फेमिनिन का कॉन्सेप्ट आपको दिखेगा, इफ यू जस्ट बी क्लोज, इफ यू जस्ट ऑब्जर्व क्लोजली. नाउ अगर सब कुछ ही शक्ति है तो फिर शिव कहाँ है? कहने का मतलब ये है. तो जब इनफैक्ट दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इफ यू गो फ्रॉम ललिता सहस्रनाम's perspective, because Lalita Sahasranama is one of the most powerful hymns in, or stotra, or it is actually a Sahasranam. It's one of the most powerful mantras, you can say, in the entire archive of mantras. And Lalita Sahasranama is not actually about just the god or the goddess. It's about the creation of this universe as in how the creative energy, the goddess, manifests as creators. Like for example, there is a line in Lalita Sahasranama, Shrishti Kratri Brahma Rupa Goptri Govind Rupini Sangharini Rudra Rupa Tirodhan Karishwari, which means that the goddess, the mother goddess herself takes the form, manifests as Brahma, the creator, manifests as Vishnu, the preserver, and manifests as Rudra, the destroyer. And that's how everything goes on in this world. By the way, Lalita Sahasranam states that the Mooladhar is the Brahma, the Manipura is the Vishnu, and Rudra is the Agya Chakra. So these are the three granthis where creation happens, preservation happens, and destruction happens. Now, this will sound very weird that how is this possible? We have always seen those gods on the TV, but everything is symbolic. Everything in Sanatana Dharma is so deep and so scientific. When you understand it, you will be like, what the hell were we missing? So this actually means that when we have a desire to create, which is our Mooladhar, which is where our sexual organs are, and that is the desire to create is there. Whatever we desire, like for example, for in our sexual organs, we have the desire of feeling the desire of feeling that pleasure, feeling, and the major the role is to create another life. And humans are not here for doing jobs, or humans are not here to create AI, humans are not here to work for someone else, and because this is not why we are. This is all a play. Lalita Sahasranam also says that Lalita, the Devi, means that she's playful. This is all a drama, a sub drama. This is bas ek, we are all parts of that drama. And so Brahma is basically the creator, is your Mooladhar. So basically the rising of desire comes from that, because whatever we do, whatever we create is to survive ourselves. Once we are done with the survival, once we are good, that okay, now we can survive, we have a good job, we can create a family and all of that, then we are thinking about maintaining it. So maintaining is all about Manipura, which is Vishnu. इसलिए विष्णु को भी बोला जाता है maintainer, the preserver. Vishnu, the preserver. कि अब मैंने इतना बना लिया, property बना ली है, job बना ली है, business बना ली है, I'm preserving that. And then when you have that ego of that I created that needs to be destroyed. So that comes when that is the work of the destroyer. So when you destroy that, then you go beyond all of this. When you go beyond that when you have that perspective of beyond of that ego, and when you let it all go, then you go beyond that and you reach the Sahasrar, which we can cover in any other, like the next videos. But this was about masculine and feminine. So everything that we are seeing is feminine, but now the crazy part is, where is the masculine? Masculine is what is holding this feminine in place. For example, let's say if we talk about life, if you are talking about atoms, let's say. So atom, everything is made up of atoms. But if something is not holding the atoms in their place, if something is not holding that nucleus in place, everything will just, disappear, or, just entangle, or, just merge into each other. And this will make no sense. If I like a girl, and if that girl is coming towards me, and if she just merges in the air, does not make any sense. There will be no pleasure, there will be no love, there will be nothing if everything is not in place. This is the masculine, the stable masculine. And that is why the creation of the world is also depicted as Shiva in the center and Shakti dancing around the Shiva. And Shiva is very stable, Shakti is always very creative. And that's why we see that girls have a very volatile nature, very moody nature, that okay, this, that, more desires, more this, and men are more on the other side, stable side. But that does not mean that exactly is man and woman. I'll come to that. Now, we understood where the Shiva is. So, for example, if we say that why I'm sitting here and why this tree is not, we are not merging, is because of this ether element in between. Ether is completely masculine, like, which is keeping us in place. Also, for example, we are having these thoughts, we are having these desires, we are having this memory, we are having all those things that are going on in our mind, which are flowing. Everything is feminine because it is created, it has manifested in this world. But what is holding that? The consciousness, which knows, the intelligence, which knows that okay, the heart is beating, but that intelligence is there, right? There is something which is holding that in place, that the consciousness that is holding this whole body in one place, the heart which is holding that heart in one place, which is holding that lungs or whatever in one place, is the Shiva. And I'm not talking about Shiva the destroyer, I'm talking about the masculine element, which is the container for the feminine. And why is it the container of the feminine? Because if there is no container, the feminine will just, the feminine is so powerful, so creative, the feminine is so volatile that it will just flow everywhere. For example, if there is a river that is coming from somewhere, let's say it comes from a mountain and it goes in the city. If it does not have a bank, अगर उस river का कोई आसपास का bank, जो river का bank होता है, जो sides होते हैं, वो नहीं होंगे, so that will just keep on flowing and just engulf the whole city. पूरी city खत्म हो जाएगी उस river से. So that's why that bank, that protection is needed. But at the same time, a powerful masculine, now I'm coming to the हमारे वाले, now I'm coming to the physical world. A powerful masculine element is what can hold a feminine element, right? A powerful masculine element in a man can hold a volatility of a woman in terms of emotions, in terms of desires, in terms of whatever, how she ever wants to express her creative energy. Now, this is where people go wrong. People think that being masculine is the responsibility of a man and being feminine is the responsibility of the female, which is not 100% true. Because what we need to understand before going on someone else, before blaming someone else for their lives, their actions, their things, their emotions, we need to take care of what is within. All of this theory is not for your relationships or not for solving these problems. Sure, we can use that knowledge, but this is for this, all of the creation that we talk about, even in Lalita Sahasranama, it is all about one self, like one person, their kundalini, how you can manifest, how you can learn from Lalita Sahasranama and see that, oh, my life, my body, my chakras, my everything is just Devi doing her work, just Devi playing around with our world. When we talk about masculine and feminine, first thing that you need to see is how is your masculine and feminine. For example, if you have a lot of volatile emotions in your mind, if you have a lot of lust in your mind, if you have a lot of volatility or creative flow which you can't control, which your masculine is not conscious enough or your masculine is not strong enough to hold it, as a man you will feel very unstable in your life because your self masculine is not able to control that. And that's why we do meditations, and that's why we do conscious work, that's why we do trataka, that's why we try to understand our emotions better, work with our body, try to be more stable with our emotions, try to be more stable with how we think and what we do. That makes our masculine more strong for the feminine to contain that power. Like for example, if I'm a man, I want to achieve something, it's a desire is feminine. I want to achieve money, stream is feminine, income stream is feminine. To hold that, I need the power of masculine. I need that element of Shiva or Narayana, and that's why we see the representation of Narayana and Lakshmi Devi sitting near his feet. That's not out of disrespect, but it is very clear that if you have Narayana in place, if you have the Narayana element, Lakshmi will be following you everywhere. So that's what it means. If you have your masculine in place, that is sorted. So, and this is also for females. If you're masculine in yourself, for example, your stability, your consciousness, your ability to digest your own thoughts, digest your own emotions without being toxic to the other person and just thinking that, oh, he is the man and he's going to take care. No, that's not how it works. That should work in a husband-wife relationship or in a good relationship. But for that, first observe what you are doing, how your masculine is. If your masculine is not strong enough, if your container within you is not strong enough to hold that volatility, that it's very wrong if you put it on someone else and say that you are toxic. Because that's what has happened now. Everyone is just using masculine and feminine as a tool to just judge others. Oh, he's not strong, he's not stable. his emotions are not in place, or he gets very angry in small things, his masculine is not stable. He as a man is not stable, and hence he will not take care of a female. That is right in its own place, but for that you need to understand your own masculine and feminine needs to be in place, and that is when it happens, when you identify, oh, that you also have a masculine nature in you. Because this masculine, as I told you, is not about your genders, it's about your body is functioning. If your mind is there, then there has to be a consciousness that is holding that mind. The body is in place, the space element is holding that. If there is a river, there has to be a bank, right? If there is a river, there has to be a source. See, it's very beautiful that the river comes from a mountain, and mountain in Sanatana Dharma is always a masculine element. It goes into samudra, and samudra, a sea, ocean, is always a masculine element, because a samudra never flows, river flows, and all the rivers in Sanatana Dharma are named by, like for example, Ganga Ma, Narmada, Kaveri, but samudra is not. Samudra is Hind Mahasagar, or Samudra Devta is always shown as an old man, with wise, who's very wise. Same with Himalaya, because these are very stable places. They don't move as such, right? So that's the power of understanding this concept through Sanatana Dharma. So I hope you got the concept. Lalita Sahasranama I wanted to touch upon more, but I'll do it in next video. Lalita Sahasranama, if you want to understand more deeply, I'll definitely make a video on that. That's in progress. But I have made a podcast with Parak, Brahmachari Parakji, who is now a Brahmachari, and he has explained it really well. And if you just go through that podcast, you will understand the basics of life. Anything in Sanatana Dharma, any mantra, any stotra, any Durga Shaptashati, or anything, Bhagavad Gita. In fact, these two are also the same. Maybe we can touch upon that in other videos. Anything is this, all of this is not about gods. All of this is not about which god is higher, who is a Hindu, who is someone else. This is more about sorting out your life. Everything in Bhagavad Gita is about life. Everything in Durga Shaptashati is also about life. Everything, every verse of Lalita Sahasranama tells you secrets of this universe, secrets of this life. So this was masculine and feminine. If you understood it, if you have any more doubts, just let me know. I will definitely help you out in the comments, maybe, or in videos. And if you like this kind of style of videos, this, of course, ye ek hi, matlab abhi zyada chance nahi hai. I'm going back from here, but I like these kind of raw, uncut videos where I'm just telling you what I feel. And this, I really got an idea yesterday that I should make this video for you, because this is a very, very important topic and concept. And if you understood just this much in your life, for example, I'll just close this video by saying, if you're a man and if you take care of your masculine, you will be sorted, and you take care of your feminine also. That does not mean कि आप आदमी हो तो आप सिर्फ masculine का ख्याल रखोगे, feminine का नहीं रखोगे. You have to take care of both of them equally. In fact, let me tell you one secret about this physical world, that if you want to achieve anything in life, if you want to go big on money, if you want to go big on these things which give you pleasure, desires, feminine is the way. Feminine will always take care of all of this, because everything that you see is just manifestation of feminine. So that's why emotions are very important. Men who don't take care of their emotions have a weak masculine always, because they don't want to face the feminine. The container is very small. There is one thing of knowing your emotions, facing them, and then ignoring them because as and when it's needed. But it's very important to take care of the emotions as a man. It's very important to take care of the masculine as a female. It's opposite, because in this world we see a lot of wrong ideas, we see a lot of wrong concepts, and that's why we sometimes जो है उसको देखते नहीं है. We just catch on to what's convenient. We just, okay, this is convenient, I can blame the other person. That's very easy. So anyways, think on this more and try to apply it in your lives. Just observe people and see how their masculine and feminine is. Observe yourself also, and don't judge anyone. Be kind to others, and I'll see you next very soon. Thank you so much.